Good day, grade 12 tourism learners. Welcome to today's tourism lesson. This lesson is brought to you by Gauteng Department of Education in collaboration with Sibona Discovery Center. Right, I'm Mr. Nkunyeni Samgele Innocent Luyanda, a grade 12 tourism educator and HOD at one of the schools from Ecuador South. And today we are going to be looking at professional image in the tourism industry. Professional image in the tourism industry. Last week we looked at careers and job opportunities that we have in the tourism industry, which was some of the basic content from grade 11, which was building up to today's lesson due to revised caps. Right, my sources as always, they are from the following grade 12 tourism learners textbook, Via Africa tourism grade 12 learners book, Focus, grade 12 tourism learners book, and Oxford Successful Tourism grade 12 learners book. And my activities, as always, they are from some of the past exam papers from the National Department of Basic Education, right? So I hope you have pen and paper there with you, because basically what we are going to be doing today, it is not only for tourism, but it can also be a building block for your career in the future, whereby you need to be expected after getting your qualifications, obtaining your qualification to get employment. So in whatever company or profession that you are going to be following or pursuing, you will be expected to deal or to portray what a professional image, right? So for tourism, this is going to be question 7 of your prelim papers and also your final papers, and also matric rewrite for those who will be rewriting next year. So I hope you are going to be enjoying our lesson. We are available on our WhatsApp line 063 629 3655 063 629 3655. This is where you can be able to send us your questions and interact with us. So I hope what you are going to learn today you also remember for your future in life. So take as many notes as you can, or screenshots as many as you can. Right, I said we are going to be looking at the professional image in the tourism industry. Let's move. So what will be my lesson objectives or focus for today? We are first going to try to explain the concept. When I say a concept, I normally say it is a terminology. We first need to know first, what do you mean by an image in this context? What do you mean by an image of a company? And also, what do you mean by image of a business or the staff? Right. So I'm going to try to explain the concept of an image first. Then I move to explaining what do you mean by an image of a company. A company in this context can be a tourism business or any other business. Then we'll move to explaining the concept of the image in terms of the image of the staff. The staff, remember here, it is who? The people employed, right? Employed by who? By the company. The company, I said, it is a tourism business or any other business that offers employment, right? After we have understood the difference between, what is an image and also the image of a company, of a business, then we look into explaining now the factors, right? Factors that contribute to the image of a company. Which factors now contribute to the image of a tourism business or any other company? After dealing with those factors, we will then move to explaining or dealing with factors that contribute to the image of the staff, right? The first part will be about what? The company or the tourism business. And then the second part will be about the factors that contribute to the image of who, but now of the staff, which are the people who are employed by a tourism business or any other business. And then as always, then I will conclude my lesson by giving a short summary, and then we move to the activities for the day. Let's move. We have a concept here of a career. I'm taking you back a bit to where we were last week. So what is a career? I said a career last week. It is a job undertaken for a significant, when we say significant, it is a very important, right? A career, it is a job undertaken for a significant period of a person's life with opportunities for progression of one's working life. Chosen what profession? Chosen what profession? I said to you, I'm an educator. That is what my profession, right? I'm a teacher, right? So you'll also, after next year, obviously pursue a certain career. Either you go to college for 3 years, or university for 4 years or 3 years, or you will go and do a short course and so on. But, excuse me, you'll be pursuing that particular career because you are building what? A profession for yourself, right? Then we have a second concept known as a job. A job, it is a paid position of employment. What is my job? It is to educate. My job it is to teach. My job is to mark books. My job is to prepare lessons. My job is to give feedback to learners and so on. So a job, it is a paid position of employment. So we need to know those things before we move to professional image. Then I explained that there are potential employers in the tourism industry. Potential employers in the tourism industry, more especially because I was dealing with careers in the tourism industry, right? So the first potential employer, we've got the airline industry. Remember, our tourists, they need to travel time and again. And all airline companies, they've got what? A name. All airline companies, they've got staff members. And the staff members in the company, it is expected to portray what? A professional what? Image, right? Then we've got the car hire industries like AVs and so on. They are also what? A tourism business or a tourism company. The staff there as well in the whole business, it is expected to do what as well? To also to portray what? A professional image. Then you've got the cruise ship. This is some of the potential employers in the tourism industry. In grade 11, we spoke about MSC cruises and so on. They offer ships right in our ocean. So all those people are going to be boarding the ships. They also need what? To be serviced. So people might be employed in that sector. Then you've got events management companies. These are the big companies that are managing the big events that we have in the country. We spoke about World Cup, we spoke about the summits and so on. Remember, the events companies, they plan everything from stage, banners, sound, security and so on, right? The same way, in this industry as well, the company is expected to portray what? A professional image, and also the staff are also expected the same. The banks, this one you might be familiar with it. If you go to a Forex bank, again, the staff there, right? They need to portray what? A professional image. You will see even them, the way they are dressed. You will also see the way they talk to you and so on. The systems that they have, then you see that you are in a different what? Environment. The tourism departments here we are talking about, excuse me, the National Office of the Minister, at provincial as well, at provincial departments as well. We're talking about what? The MEC's offices as well, at the municipal level and also districts level. You're talking about the mayor's offices and so on. Remember, there are tourism departments that focus on marketing and promoting tourism from national, provincial, districts level, MEC's office, and so on, right? The tourism information centers as well. These are the centers that we have by our attractions. This is whereby tourists normally go and get what information about the attraction and so on. Travel boards and travel agencies. These are all what? The tourism businesses. everyone working in these companies or tourism businesses, they need to portray what? A professional image, right? We also said we've got different tourism sectors, and all these sectors, they offer what? Careers or employment opportunities. The transport sector, I explained what is that. Here we talk about what? Our airlines, our trains, our buses, our cruise ships, our car rental, they will all fall under what? The transport sector. Hospitality sector, we are talking about our hotels and also our restaurants, because they offer what? Food and beverages, meaning accommodation as well and food as well and drinks. So that is our hospitality sector. If you're going to work in these sectors as well, you need to know how to portray what? A professional image, right? Then we've got the tourism attraction sector, which has subsectors. We've got the leisure sectors, which are the attractions that you normally visit, like our parks and so on. Then we've got conservation subsector. This could be our national botanical gardens because they are protecting what? Certain plants and animals, or fauna and flora. Sports and recreation subsector here, maybe it is those companies that offer what? Remember when we've got sporting events and so on, they fall under this sector. Gaming and lotteries, we said here, it is those ones who are offering what? Games of chance, that when people have to go to big casinos and so on, when you go there again, you will see what? Professional image. The staff, the way they are dressed, there is no noise. The systems that are there, so you will see that you are in a different environment. So all these are the companies whereby people could get what? Potential jobs or for the certain careers in those sectors. Now, let's move to today's business, whereby I'm going to try to explain the term image. What is an image, right? I was shocked when I was doing this in class, and then grade 12 and they could not know. They said, right? Let's learn. What is an image of the business, right? It is the general idea of themselves, who's themselves say the business, that they give to their people or to their public. Right? It is the general ideas, the stereotypes, the judgments, the perceptions that they give to the public. It is the general idea of themselves that they give to the public or to the people. So whatever business that you're going to visit or that you're going to be employed at, there is a certain image that they are portraying or showing to the outside people, which are the people or the tourists who are going to come to consume or to buy or request for their services and products. So all those tourists who are coming to us, right, they judge us, right, because of the way us as a business portray ourselves to the public. Number two, an image of the business, it is the perceptions and the views that people have about you and your tourism business or a company. Hence, we say they're going to be dealing with what? Professional image. I remember when I was looking for a job where I'm currently working, I even had to do a research first, go to the internet to find out who is this company, why are they well known of, and so on. I even had to drive there around to check where the location is. And then you get what? A certain what? Image or a picture of that particular business, right? So an image of a business, it is a perceptions or views that people have about you and your tourism business or company. We need to be careful of this. People judge us by the first 30 seconds of meeting us. So when we work in the tourism industry, we need to know of the 30-second rule. So from the gate, when people have to enter, what do they see outside? Do they see papers laying around? Do they see graffiti? Is the gate clean? Are the trees cut well, nicely? Is there enough parking? Is there no noise? And so on. So that is what the first 30-second rule. So the first encounter, who's the first person when you visit a hotel? From the gate. The security personnel by the gate, it is the first person. If they have an attitude already, you will be expecting that all the other people inside will have what? An attitude. Meaning that is what? An image or the perception. When you enter again the place, the atmosphere, if you see that the trees are cut nicely, there is no noise, there are no papers on the floor, the place it is clean, then immediately you will say, I am entering what? A professional what? Environment. Right? So we have 30-second rule in terms of meaning people judge you in the first 30 seconds of meeting you. Hence, we have this topic of professional image in the tourism business and also professional image for the staff. So we need to make sure that we portray what? Good perceptions to avoid what? Losing customers and so on. So I cannot deal with this topic without first trying to explain what you mean by an image of the business. And trust me, if you are going to pay attention, this is where you can get 3, 8 or 12 marks or so for question 7, right? Because here you need to have thorough what? Understanding. Let's move. We are saying all those perceptions or all those judgments, they might be true or not true. What do you mean by that, right? So they might judge you. Remember, I said the first 30 seconds, right? So if you come and greet your customers, hey, good morning, welcome, and so on. How can I help you? And so on. Then their judgments will be what? True. They will believe that we are going to take them what? Serious, right? So it is very important that we present ourselves in an acceptable manner, especially if we are going to be working in the tourism industry, right? So it is very vital that we present ourselves in an acceptable manner, especially if you are going to be working in the tourism industry, meaning we need to ensure that we portray what? A professional image. You protect the company that you are working at. You ensure that you provide excellent service wherever where you are. When you see strangers in your company, you greet them. Hi, ma'am, have you been helped? And so on and so on. That's what you are trying to say, because they are perceptions. If you just ignore people by the perceptions, so they will say, I went to this company and I was treated bad. Right? They will not say I was treated by this person. They will say I went to this company. So professional image, it is very important. So it is vital that we present ourselves in an acceptable manner, especially if we are going to be working in the tourism industry. I'm also saying that the people that we serve, right? This is about the tourists, our clients. The people that we serve our products and services, they've got views and perceptions about us, right? So in that first 30 seconds, if you're in a shopping mall, for example, and then there's someone who's doing food tasting, maybe they've got box also and so on. The approach, the way they come to you, their confidence and so on, it is something that can make you to either buy their products or to just say, this one is not serious. Because if they are confident, they know their stuff, and then they might attract you. So it is very important to portray a professional image as the company and also the people who are working in a tourism business or the company. So it is not just about the company, but we are saying it is important to portray a professional image as the company and also people working in a tourism business or a company. Here it is what? The staff. So the staff should show what? Professional image. The company itself should also what? Show what? Professional image. So that is what we are going to be learning about today. How can a tourism business portray what? A professional image, right? And also how the staff in the tourism business can portray what? Professional image. Remember I said we are available on our WhatsApp line 063 629 3655 063 629 3655. Take a screenshot there of all these notes as well. Right, let's move. Now that we understand a bit what you mean by a professional image, let's move to explain why should we become professional? Why should we portray what professionalism? Right? I am saying it is extremely important for both the company and its staff or employees to have a professional image. Professional image can only happen, right? Can only happen or be achieved in the tourism industry if it encourages because it encourages what the service providers to provide, to behave in a professional manner towards both what domestic and international tourists. Why must you do professionalism? Because we are saying professional image can only happen in tourism industry if we encourage what the service providers to behave in a professional manner towards both domestic and international tourists. So whatever task that you are given at your workplace, you need to make sure that you give your best, and also wherever where you are, because walls have ears, right? So you need to ensure that you behave in a professional manner towards both domestic and international tourists, because these are our clients. Therefore, the main focus for this lesson, I will be addressing how certain factors can contribute to a professional image in the tourism industry. Right? There is someone who's working in the tourism industry. I just wanted to check. Look at him, look at his dress code, look at his posture, and look at the table there where he has everything. Can you eat here? Of course you can. He is well dressed. The hair is not bad. You can see his posture. It shows that he was trained to be doing this. Look at the table. The table is very neat, not cluttered, and so on. Then it means that the person can come and eat. So these are some of the things that we have in trying to portray what a professional image. Then I'm asking now, how can a business or a tourism business create a professional image? How can a business create a professional image? There are things that we need to be looking at that can help a tourism business or a company to create a professional image. So we are going to be looking at those things just now. How can a business create a professional image? Let's look at the first factor. The first factor, it is the name. The name of a business or company, right? So the name stands out. The name stands out, right? For example, South African Airways, we know it is an airline company that offers what? Domestic and international flights. So South African Airways. The second possible name could be Avis Khaya. We know Avis Khaya, it also has other branches and so on. So Avis Khaya, it is a tourism business that does what? That offers what? A shuttle services or whereby people can be able to hire. Then you've got Protea Hotel. You will see that you've got quite a number of Protea Hotel because these are hotel chains. But when you look at all Avis carriers, all South African Airways airlines, all Protea Hotels, their staff, they are more or less what? The same. The way the company it is presented, they look the same. The same Protea Hotel that we have in Joburg, it should be more or less the same Protea Hotel that we have in Cape Town in terms of physical appearance and. Right? Then you've got Muzitos. This could be another name for what? For a particular tourism business, or Kruger National Park. Kruger National Park, remember it is a tourism business because it is a big what? Park. Busit Travel Agency, right? This could be a tourism business that offers what? That prepares what? All the tours, administration, and so on behalf of a client. Bongis BNB, this could be another example of a tourism company that offers what a sleeping arrangements or accommodation. Joburg City Sightseeing Red Bus, I've seen this one also in Cape Town. It is there, but all the stuff there, they are dressed the same. The buses looks the same and so on. So the main important thing that can help to portray a professional image, it is what the name of the business. Why the name? Because I'm saying the name is the first thing that gives an idea of the business. So South African Airways, immediately when you look at it, like, oh, this is a flight company. Avis Car Hire, you know, oh, this is a company that specializes what? In the car industry. Protea Hotel, then already you know that, oh, this is a place that offers what? Accommodation. Muzi Tours, then you know, oh, if I want a trip and so on, where must I go? I need to go to Muzi Tour. To Muzi Tour. With this travel agency, Bongis BNB, Joseph Sign. So I am saying the name should be unique, outstanding, and easy to remember. Why? Because the name, it is the first thing that gives an idea of a tourism business. Then which factors adds to the name of a company in terms of professional image? I'm saying the name will make the customers to either remember the business in a professional or a positive way, or in such a way that they go to other businesses instead. So the way you represent yourself, the way you represent your company, you need to remember that the name will make the customers to either remember the business in a positive way, or to remember in such a way that they will go to other businesses. So whatever name that we have for our company, it should be easy to remember. It should be catchy and so on if you want to be a successful tourism business, right? I'm going to give you 2 minutes so that you can just try to take a screenshot or add the notes of the follow. I said the name of the business or a company, then I give you examples of tourism related companies, some of our transport, some of our accommodation, some prepare what travel documents, book trips, and so on and so on. But we need to remember that the name is the first thing that gives an idea of a business, and it will make the customers to either remember the business in a positive way, or to remember it in such a way that they will go to other businesses to take their money. So please just edit the following notes. I'll be back just now within 2 minutes. See you just now. Right, welcome back. We are still here with Mr. Nkonyeni. We are busy drilling question 7 of your papers. We are looking at professional image in a tourism business or company. We just explained what is professional image, and we looked at the first factor that contributes to the professional image. And I said the first factor, it is what? The name of the business or the name of the company. I said the name, it is the first thing that gives an idea of a business, and the name will make the customers to either remember the business in a positive way or in such a way that they go to other business. So the name should be catchy, should be easy to remember. It must also inform tourists on what is it that they offer, or there are those things. So what factors to consider when you choose a business name, when you choose a company's name? Remember, I spoke about the following ones. I chose these ones because they are tourism related. South African Airways, immediately when you talk about South African Airways, you know what is it that you're talking about. Immediately when you talk about Avis Sky, Protea Hotel, Kruger National Park, Joburg Cityside in Red Bus, and so on, you know, right? Other names that I could just give to you, for example, let me say McDonald's, which is an international company. Immediately, when you talk about McDonald's, you know, when you enter there, you know that this is about McDonald's, and we expect all McDonald's in the country to be more or less the same. Then you've got Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC as well. You expect all KFCs to look more or less what? The same. Apple Store. When Apple Store offers cell phones, laptops, and so on. So those are what? Examples of companies. But remember, for tourism, let's focus on the ones that I mentioned previously. So what factors to consider when choosing a business name? Right? Remember, the name, it is more or less like a brand as well, right? The name, when you check or choose a business name, remember the following. Is the name easy to remember? Right? People don't want a long name that is going to confuse them. Is it easy to remember? Does it tell people what the business does? McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. So you know already that all this is about what? Food. Let's check here. South African Airways. Airways. You know this what? Airline company. Avis Car Hire, Protea Hotel, Moses Tours, Joburg Cityside Red Park. So immediately when we read the name, we need to know, oh, this business, it offers what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Does it tell people what the business does? So Avis Car Hire, we know it offers what? A car hire. Is the meaning of the name clear or confusing? Right? So the name must not leave the potential customers confused. Is the name clear or confusing? Is the name unique? Right? So the name has to stand out. Remember, this is about what? A brand. Let me just use Batu shoes or sneakers, for example. Now we know they are everywhere. So the name, it is what? Unique. Right? Can the name be easily used in advertising or branding material? Remember, as a tourism business or tourism company, you need to make sure that once you have a unique name, unique logo, and slogan, and so on, remember you need to advertise what? Your company. Right? So, can the name be easily used in advertising or branding, or it will mess things up? Can the name be easily used or as a trademark, right, on the product and services that you sell? Can you register the name as a trademark? So these are the things that you need to consider when you choose what? A business name. Right? I said there on question 7, they might give you maybe 3 factors and say discuss the name and the others that I'm going to discuss just now. Factor number 2, we've got the business's logo. Right? When you look at your school uniform, for example, we've got this meaning your school's name, it is what? The company or the business in this context. So the logo, right? It is that emblem there that it is used. So we are saying these are small designs. So this is factor number 2 that you need to consider if you want to portray what a professional image as a business. So what is a logo? These are small designs or pictures that are official signs of a company or an NGO, non-government organization. Right? These are small designs or pictures. So immediately when you see the logo, then you need to remember, when you see a Nike logo, for example, you know, oh, this is from where? So in a tourism business context, the aim of the logo is to show what the values and the goals of your business. So the logo should be catchy, right? Something that stands out. You must be able to see it. And most of the time, the logo should appear where? In the business's website or web page, the business letterhead, right? So whatever letters that we are sending out and so on, they must have what? The logo of your company. The envelopes that we use maybe to send documents and so on, it must have what? The logo of the company. The invoices, when you have to send checks, payments, and so on, all the invoices should have what? The business's logo. So you must look at these things if you want your company to do what? To portray what? Or to show what? A professional image. What is a logo? These are small designs or pictures that are official signs of a company or a non-government organization. The aim of the logo or your company's logo is to show the values and goals of your business. And I'm saying the logo should be catchy and should appear in the business's website, the business's letterheads, envelopes, and also what? Invoices that you are sending out as a business. That is factor number 2. Factor number 3. Then we have what? A slogan. A slogan, these are phrases, right? Slogans are likable phrases made up by advertising business to promote and market what? A product. So those words that you have, for example, what is the slogan for Product South Africa? Remember, this is South African tourism. They are saying inspiring what? New ways. You remember this when you're doing marketing, inspiring new ways. The short left one, they used to say, but this one has changed. I do tourism, or we do tourism. The other one was, whatever you are looking for, it is here. I remember it, this one for South African tourism. It was, whatever you are looking for, it's here. Actually, the slogan was just, it's here. What does this "it's here" mean, or inspiring new ways? So, slogans are likable phrases made up by advertising business. Kentucky Fried Chicken, it is what? Finger licking good. Meaning, when you go to buy KFC, what are you going to happen? You're not going to stop licking your fingers because of the taste. Right? That is the slogan. For South African tourism, the new one, it is what? Inspiring new ways. Meaning, when you come to South Africa, you're going to inspire new ways to travel. The previous one was, whatever you're looking for, it is what? It's here. Meaning, in our country, cuisine, attractions, Big Five, fauna and flora, everything that you are looking in terms of tourism, if you want to do business, transport, everything, it is here. So, the slogan of your company should also stand out, right? Easy to remember as well. And it must also not what? Confuse tourists. So, if you want to portray a professional image, you need to ensure that the slogan of your company stands out and it can be used easily to promote and market what the tourism products and services that your company is using. Right? Remember, I said we are available on our WhatsApp line 063 629 3655 063 629 3655. Send us your questions there, and then we'll definitely respond to you. Then look at this one, for example. What we have here, we've got a tourism business or a tourism company. The main focus is on the shuttle bus. What does it do? Can you see hop on, hop off, and then what do we have? What? Soweto. Right? So this is a tourism company that offers what? Tours. So it is there on that taxi. It shows what can be easily used what on their advertising what material. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about professional image of a tourism business. Right. Then the fourth factor, especially for those people who attend conferences and so on, the grade 9 learners and also the grade 12 learners or 11 who normally goes to institutions of higher education for career expo. When you go there, what is it that they give you? Don't they give you the pencils? Don't they give you the rulers? Sometimes the bags, sometimes the marks, sometimes a book. But what do you have outside? The key holders. What do you have there outside? All those key holders, the pens, the pencils, the rulers, what do they have? They have the company's logo, they've got the company's contact details, and also the company's slogan. Why? Because they are trying to remind you that come and attend at our institution. They are not just giving you those things because when you use that particular stationery, then you will remember that, oh, I once booked at that particular company. I've been to Protea Hotel at Pactonian Bay in Braamfontein, and I remember they used to give us their pens and so on. So immediately when you want to book for accommodation again, you will do what? You will go to the same site. So if you want to portray a professional image, we are saying the factor number 4, it is the stationery. What do you mean in this context? I am saying businesses often hand out pens, pencils, and rulers. Why? Because they help to remind the customers of the business every time they use the stationery. That's the aim. They want you to remember them so that we can go there again and again. So if you want to be a good tourism business that portrays what a professional image, so you need to ensure that all the stationery that you have, that you give to the people, it has the following. The stationery given to clients should be what? Attractive and business-like. Right? Can be another way to advertise your business. The stationery given to clients should be attractive and business-like. And what else must happen? The stationery must have a business's name, business's logo, and at least what? And a slogan, and also contact details of the company. The stationery must have the business's name, logos, and also what? The slogan. If you want to portray what? A professional image. The aim, remember I said it is so that every time that your client uses that particular stationery, they will remember you and basically come back to you. So you are reducing what? The cost for marketing. So I am saying businesses often hand out pens, pencils, and rulers that help to remind the customers of their business every time they use the stationery. And the stationery given to clients should be attractive and business-like. The stationery must have a business's name, logo, and slogan. So if they ask you to discuss the stationery part, then you'll be expecting you to give us more or less of the few points that I have mentioned here. Then we move to factor number 5, right? Factor number 5 that contributes to the professional image of a tourism business or a company. We have a web page or a website. You need to be very careful here. As a tourism business or a company, number 1, you must have an up-to-date website, right? You must have an up-to-date website, because when people want to book tours, where do they go first? Before they go to travel agencies and so on, they go to the internet, right? So you need to ensure that your website has up-to-date information, it has visuals, it has directions, it has contact details, it has visuals or pictures, at least so that people can be able to see what is it that you offer. We can also have a section for reviews, right? For customer or comment section. For customers to add or to post what their comments when they visited you and so on. So what do I mean by a website? A website in this context, it is a place on the internet where you find information about a business. So time and again, the business has to be the website has to be updated, because a website, it is a place on the internet where you find what? Information about a business or a company. So if you want to create a professional image, then your website has to be what? Very attractive, right? Then I'm saying having a website, again, as a tourism business, means that customers or your potential client can find out about the business's location, its products, services, prices, from a computer or a cell phone at any time and at any place. That is an advantage. So it can be another tool for you to sell your products and services. So having a website means that customers can find out about the business's location, product, services, and prices from a computer or a cell phone at any time and place. Therefore, a tourism business, if it wants to portray a professional image, what must it do? It must have a website that is updated on regular basis, right? And the website must be easily to use and also be very what? Attractive. Meaning, because it is informative, it is giving tourists what? The information. So having a website means that customers can find out about the business location, products, and services that you offer, and the prices from a computer or cell phone at any time and place. If you want to portray a professional image, a tourism business needs to have an active website that is updated on a regular basis, easy to use, and also very attractive. So if you want to do that, then you will be able to do what? To portray what? A professional image. That is factor number 5. They are 6. Sure. Then we've got the last factor on how to portray a professional image in a company. We have what? Marketing material and product packaging. Marketing material and product packaging, right? So whatever products that you are selling, remember, it has to be advertised in one way or the other. Then if it is a product that is tangible, then it must be packaged and so on. I normally go to McDonald's when I have money. Then one of my best meals there is McFeast large meal. I order McFeast large meal. But sometimes when you get there, If I open my food and then my burger, it has just been like this, and then you can see that this one was not made with love. That is what packaging. But on some day, then you get your burger. It is well packed. The sauces are well layered. Your patties are well layered. Immediately when you open it, you're going to be smiling, and then you want to eat more. So what do you call that? What? Packaging, right? Product packaging can be bags. Remember, here you're a tourism business, right? So you might be issuing out bags to your clients. Maybe that particular stationery is in a bag, for example, or the boxes that you have, or the wrapping material around the product. But it also identifies, describes, and promotes what? The product, right? Just that particular thing that you have bought. Remember the way it has been packaged. But outside the box, obviously, you have information that shows you the name, that gives you information in terms of what is inside and so on. So we are saying that for a company to portray a professional image, I'm saying that packaging should relate to their branding and needs to be positive. Packaging should relate to the branding. Remember, you are representing what? The company, this brand. So as a tourism company, Avis Kaya, for example, it is a brand. It is a company that has what? A reputation. So packaging should relate to the branding and the needs to be what? Positive. Right. Marketing material. Here we are talking about, remember when we spoke about marketing, and we spoke about different tools or channels that you can use to promote your tourism products and services. We also spoke in grade 11 about above the line and below the line promotional techniques. So if you want to have a successful tourism company that portrays professional image, then in terms of your marketing material, the following should happen. Posters, brochures, advertisements, they should give what? Accurate information about the company and its products and services that it provides. So your posters, your brochures, your advertisements, your magazines, and so on should give tourists as well what? Accurate information about the company and the products that it offers or the services that it provides, right? So these are the things that you need to take into account in terms of marketing material and product packaging. Right. Factor number 7. Oh, this one is a bit sensitive as well. We are talking about now the physical appearance of a business. Remember, I said people judge you from outside. So physical appearance, it has to do with the way the business looks from outside. So before we use your tourism, do you buy a magunya from anyone? You don't. You check them. You check where they have made use magunya. You check their nails. You check if the pots are clean and so on. So the same thing in a tourism business, like a big hotel. Physical appearance plays a role from outside because the people who are coming there and watching, they also check the grounds, they also check the gate, graffiti, the colors, and so on. So let's check what we mean by physical appearance. So physical appearance has to do with how a business looks. So here we're talking about the gate, for example. Is it painted? Right? We're talking about the grass and trees. So the grass and trees that we have in our or flowers, right? In the garden and so on. How are they? Are they well maintained? Is the grass well cut? Is the building well painted? The walls very clean, the ceiling very clean. That looks forward. That falls under what? Physical appearance. The pavements. We have pavements for people who are disabled, right? How is the noise there in that compound and so on? So that has to do with what? The physical appearance. You have a recycling station. And I'm saying how a business looks can impact on customers' choices to use or to not use their business. How a business looks can impact on customer choices to use the business or choose to not to. Therefore, the businesses, buildings, the outside and so on, also the inside, they should look professional to trust or to gain the trust or to get the trust of the customer. No one wants to work in a very dirty environment. So I'm saying businesses, buildings should look professional to get the trust of the customers and so on. Businesses should be located in areas that are safe for who now? For the tourists. The business should be located in areas that are safe, as this will lead to confidence in the customers. They should be clean and appealing to the tourists or the clients. Remember, we're talking about what? Physical appearance. Grounds, gardens, accessibility, cleanliness should be taken into account if you want to portray what? Physical appearance of the tourism business. What am I saying? Physical appearance has to do of the way the business or how the business look. And then I'm saying how a business looks can impact on its customers' choices to use the business or to not to. People judge you, remember I said, by the first 30 seconds. Businesses should look professional to get the trust of the customer. Immediately when those people enter your business, then they must feel different. They must say, oh, I know this place, I'm going to get help. But it starts where? By the gate. It starts from outside when they are assessing your environment, right? I am saying again, businesses should be located in areas that are safe, as this will lead to confidence in the customers. And businesses should be clean and appealing to the tourists. The grounds, gardens, accessibility, and cleanliness should be taken into account. Right. Then factor number 8. It is environmental what? Policy. Remember, here we never know. I myself, I never know what is it that the examiner will ask on your question 7. Will they ask about all these 8 factors, or any 3, or any 2? I do not know. Which one will they ask about? I do not know. So you need to know how to discuss each of the 8 factors that contributes to the case 9 factors that contributes to the professional image of a tourism business. Then we've got environmental policies, right? We've got tourists known as green tourists, right? When you say green tourists, here we've got what? Tourists, green tourists are tourists that are environmentally conscious. Right. So what do you mean by that? It is those who are concerned with sustainability. Remember we spoke about sustainable and responsible tourism. So sometimes before people visit your attraction or choose your business, they want to know what environmental policies do you as the business have, right? So if you want to portray a professional image as a tourism business, what is it that you must do? You must also have what? Environmental policies, meaning policies that protect environment, policies that conserve what? Water, policies that saves what? Energy, and so on. So if you want to portray a professional image, I'm saying a business's environmental policy, it is its plan to manage activities in such a way that it has minimal, meaning less impact on planet or environment and natural or scarce resources. Scarce resources. So a business's environmental policy, it is its plan to manage activities in such a way that it has minimal impact on the planet or the environment and natural resources. So as a company, you need to show us what policies do we have to protect the environment, to save the resources, to have what? Minimal impact on the planet. Then if we have these environmental policies, then you will know that you are portraying what? A professional image, and then you get an opportunity to attract which tourists? The green tourists, the ones that are environmentally conscious. So check the following. Does the business preserve water? Right? Here I said, how can you save water? You fix leaking taps, you collect rainwater using the JoJo tanks, and then you use that water to do what? To water your plants and so on. Does the business preserve what? Energy. Energy, remember I said it is in this context, electricity. Right? What measures do you as a tourism business have to save what? Energy. So tourists would like to know about those policies sometimes before they visit your business. Does the business have recycling stations? Does the business have solar panels and so on? So businesses try to develop a good public image by keeping the media aware of their concern for the environment. Then in this context, then if you are doing this, then you will be a tourism business or company that portrays what? A professional image. So you need to ensure that in your tourism business or company, you also have what? Environmental what? Policies. Then the last factor, it is customer service policies. Policies are the laws of the company, right? Customer service policies. Remember, without the client, then the business will not make what? So we need the tourists. And I emphasized 2 weeks ago about the importance of what? Offering what? Excellent service. Then I said, what is excellent service? It is about exceeding the customer's what? Expectations. Or good service, it is about exceeding what? The customer's expectations. So when we have customer service policies, the following will happen. Customer service policies will lead to customers being loyal and to the what? Loyal to the business, and also a business having what? A good name or a good what? Reputation, especially if the tourism business will be offering excellent service. So in terms of this factor number 8 or 9, number 9, in terms of customer service policies, what am I saying? If you are a tourism business and then you want to portray a professional image, the following must be done. The staff should be trained to know what good service is, and the staff should be trained on how to uphold what? Professionalism. This is what I'm trying to do now. Hence, I said earlier, this lesson, it is also what? For future. The way we interact with each other as well, we need to make sure that as the management of the company, the staff should be trained on what good service is and be trained on how to uphold what professionalism. Then the last one, I'm saying companies have policies and collect customer feedback and use what Batupili principles. So sometimes before they come and book your accommodation or your tours and so on, they will ask you about customer service policies. So after today, as a tourism business, ensure that you do draw up this customer service policies. So when you are asked to discuss customer service policies in your preliminary papers, you need to ensure that you have also added what you mean by excellent service, what should staff do, and also remember everyone working in the company or tourism business, you must represent what the company, you must emphasize what the importance of what of offering what customer service policies and excellent or good service to the customers. And I'm saying companies can have policies and also collect data. This is customer feedback and also use the Batupili principles. So this could be things that can help you to amend the policies or to make sure that according to documents, then you know when you go and train your customers, then you know what is expected of you in terms of offering excellent service and so on, so that you can pass it down, right? So there we looked at 9 factors, if not 8, that contributes to the professional image of a tourism business. So now I will be moving to discussing factors that contribute to the professional image, but my main focus will be where? On the staff members. Remember, the staff members are the people who are employed by the tourism business or a company. We are going to take 2 minutes break again, which is going to be the last break. And when we come back now, we are going to be focusing on how can what the staff or the people who are employed by the tourism business now contribute to the professional image. I discussed what the business must do, but now I'll be moving on what the staff or the people who are employed in the tourism industry can do. We are taking 2 minutes and I'll be back just now to continue. Remember, I said we are still drilling tourism and we are available now WhatsApp line 063 629 3655, 063 629 3655. Send us your questions there, send us your worries, and then we'll definitely get back to you and assist you. I'll be back just now, where I will be looking at professional image of the staff in the tourism industry. See you just now. Right. We are back, and now we are going to be looking at the professional image of the staff. We are still looking at question 7 of your prelim papers and also your final papers. We've just discussed what the professional image of the tourism business. Now we are moving to the staff, right? This is going to be a bit sensitive, but it is the content that we need to deal with. We need to remember that the staff are the people who are working for a tourism business or a company. And they are also expected to portray what? A professional image, right? So, including the way that they are carrying themselves or conducting themselves at work. They need to ensure that they are professional. One big thing that you need to remember, that at work, there are many different personalities. We all have issues. Some went to school, some have been to companies for a very long time, and so on, right? So we need to make sure that the main thing that we are at work for, it is to ensure that we do our duties. Remember, I explained what is a career. I also explained what is a job, right? And the main person that we need to attend to is our clientele. And our clientele, it is our tourists or the people who are coming to buy our tourism products and services. And the people who are coming to consume or to buy our tourism products and services, they also have what? An image about us. So this is why we need to deal again with what? The staff, which is the people who are employed by the tourism business. This yet will just be a few factors. But what am I saying? So we need to make sure that we watch out the way we are dressed, depending on the company, obviously. The way we are groomed, our hair, our nails, the makeup, time management, our tone when we communicate, our tone again when we write, the letters that we send to people, because people are also what? Watching. The confidence that we have when we interact with our clients and so on, then that should also be looked at. So let's check now. So when we now look at the staff, remember I'm talking about what? The people who are employed by the tourism business or any other company. Hence I said today's lesson, it is also for what? For future. I'm saying the professional appearance and the conduct of the staff are both important to a business or a company's professional image. The professional appearance, how us as the staff look, and how us as the staff conduct ourselves, either in front of the clients or in our corners, also contributes what? To the company's professional image. So we need to make sure that we are very careful wherever we are. Where you are, you represent what? Your company. So let's check which factors now must the staff look at if they want to portray what? A professional image. The first one, it is appearance, right? The way we look. Here, my main focus is on clothing or dress code, above all what? Uniform. Appearance, dress code. Dress codes are guidelines on how staff should dress, right? You will see when you start working one day, when you get your contract of employment and so on, some companies have a dress code of conduct. Right? Some companies give you, they focus on formal wear, and some companies casual wear. Or sometimes you can integrate that. So we are saying dress codes are guidelines on how the staff should dress. So a tourism business, especially the staff, they also need to consider what the dress code for their company. Because how you look when you go to a bank, for example, they've got uniform. We know all the people from FNB, they dress the same. All the people from South African Airways, they dress the same. All the pilots, they dress more or less the same. The bus drivers in the tourism business, they dress more. So a uniform or a dress code plays a very big role in a tourism business. And then I'm saying some businesses provide their staff with uniform, right? Remember, uni means what? One, right? So that we all look alike. Some businesses provide their staff with uniforms as it can promote the business and it can be used when people see the uniform, and the uniform can be used to do what as well, to advertise the business. So if in your company maybe they say here we want formal, meaning there you are giving options, you need to make sure that you adhere to that, right? If they want maybe Monday to Thursday, then it is formal wear, a man a tie, and so on and so on, women suit, and so on and so on. You need to make sure that you adhere to the colors as well. But some companies will provide you with the uniform. Sometimes you will see next week when you do a contract of employment, then sometimes the uniform is for free, sometimes you pay. If you check all the policemen and policewomen as well, they've got their own uniform. All of them, they look alike. So that's what you're talking about. Then, under appearance of clothing and dress code or uniform, I'm saying the staff should dress according to the dress code of the company. Because remember, dress code also plays a role in terms of professional image. The company, the dress code should be written by the company. I'm saying what? The staff should dress according to the dress code of the company. And the company should be written, or the dress code, should be written in the company's code of conduct and be issued to everyone. Remember, as a business again, in a company should have democracy. So when we choose uniform and so on, we need to ensure that our staff are also well informed in terms of colors, the length of the skirts, how tight should things be, which things should be covered. Men dress like this, men are expected to dress like this. These are the things that we are talking about. But the main thing is that if in this company we have a uniform, then the staff should dress according to the company's code of conduct in terms of dress code. If in this company we've got a uniform, then everyone should make sure that they wear a uniform. And then this will contribute to the appearance of the tourism business. And the uniform can promote the business, as it can advertise the business when people see you as a staff member wearing it. That is the first factor in terms of how can the staff contribute to professional image. Then I'm saying, if the staff dresses in the wrong way or incorrect way, it can give a wrong idea. Remember, I said an image. It can give a wrong or incorrect idea of the business, and this can also destroy the professional image of the company. So we need to ensure that we dress as expected. Bad dress code again can offend the customer, and they would not take the business seriously and would probably find another place to take their business to. So we need to ensure that we dress according to the company's dress code of conduct. I hope you are learning one or two things. The uniform obviously must be well ironed and. Right. Then the second factor, it is appearance. But now my focus is on personal hygiene and also grooming. Right. personal hygiene. Here we're talking about cleanliness, but the focus is on where? It's on the staff. All members of the company, meaning the staff, should be very clean. All members of the staff, they should stay what? Clean at all times, right? Remember, you're going to be interacting with customers time and again. So you need to be clean, well ironed, and so on. Your nails, look at my nails, time and again. Remember the company again. If you work in a hotel, I remember when I was doing my practicals in 2010 by Protea Hotel, every day they used to check our nails, right? It is part of grooming. You check your nails, you check your hair, especially for ladies, right? Depending on the sector that you are going to be looking at, there's an acceptable size, there's acceptable hairstyles, and so on. How you must fasten your hair, and so on. What colors must you have on your hair, and so on. Because you need to portray what? A professional image, right? The hair, the nails should be clean, and the hair should be very what? Neat. That is personal hygiene, and also what? Grooming. Clothes should be washed regularly and also well ironed, right? That will help to portray what? A professional image. Your body must smell nice, right? Do not wear too much cologne. Do not wear too much perfume, because sometimes it might cause what? Asthma and so on. The ladies as well. So makeup there before you go to work. Some companies don't want makeup, or they don't want too much makeup, right? Because remember, you need to portray what? A professional or what image. Ladies must not wear too much makeup, right? The toothpaste must be used time and again in a toothbrush. Gents must shave, obviously depending on the company as well. Your facial hair and so on, time and again, you need to be well groomed. Your hairstyles as well, they remember this one, will also depend on the company's code of conduct. Gents should not have too much facial hair, right? So if you want to portray a professional image, those are the things that you need to look at. In some companies, they do not even want to see your tattoos. No visible tattoos. Earrings must not be below earrings for the ladies. No tight pants or short skirts or revealing blouses and so on for women. Remember, you are portraying what? A professional what? Image. So how you look, then it says one or two things about you. So all in all, for personal hygiene, and I'm saying all members of the company, they should stay clean. That is personal hygiene. Their hair, their nails should be clean and neat. Clothes should be washed regularly. Your body must smell nice. Ladies must not wear too much makeup. The toothpaste and toothbrush must be used time and again. Gents must shave, meaning your facial hair must not be way too much, right? You make sure that you go and fix so that time again you look pashash. Some companies do not even want your tourists to see what your tattoos. So no visible tattoos. The ladies who wear earrings, they must not be below what the earlobe. So it must just be small, tiny earrings there. No tight pants, right? For both ladies and also gents, right? Remember, it is professional what? Image. So your skirts should not be short, but there should be at least 4 fingers and so on, because you are showing what? Professional image. Do not reveal, cover up, because you are portraying what? A professional what? Image. As I said, this could be a bit sensitive. But then I was discussing this with my learners. If maybe there's someone who's smelling very bad, they don't wash time and again, their nails are not clean. Remember in grade 11, we spoke about constructive criticism. Call the person to the side nicely, right? Remember, your tone and approach must not to break down the person, but to build them, right? call them aside and just remind them of their personal hygiene, and also they're like, no, brother, hey, your hair today is not neat and so on. Or let me go and do it, right? If you are working in the kitchen, obviously you must not touch your food, your hair time and again, because the clients could be watching you and so on. You wash your hair regularly, your shoes must be well polished, and so on and so on. That is personal hygiene and grooming. Right. So another factor in terms of factor number 3, in terms of how can staff portray professional image. Here we are talking about what interaction with customers and communication skills. Remember, if you're going to follow a career in the tourism industry, it requires for time and again you'll be interacting with customers. A career in travel and tourism is demanding and requires team players with inherent qualities such as the following: honesty. Excuse me, meaning if you are working in a tourism industry and you want to portray a professional image, you need to be honest. You must be reliable at all times. The company must rely on you. Show enthusiasm, meaning go all out. Excellent service at all times. Be initiative. Have confidence, right? These are some of the qualities that are needed if you are going to be working in the tourism industry. Now, in terms of your interaction with customers and your communication skills, let's watch out for the following. Remember, employees need to interact with customers in a professional way that will lead to more confidence in the company. So the first point is in terms of communication. Be polite, right? Don't be loud, right? Don't be rude. Don't be friendly. Be friendly, but not too friendly, because you might disturb what other customers. Remember, in the tourism industry, you will be dealing with customers from many different cultural backgrounds, right? Communicate in a polite and professional and friendly way or manner. Use language, hence one of the traits or things that characters in the tourism industry, you need to be multilingual, right? So use language and tone which is correct for the business. Don't shout and so on. Use language and tone which is correct for them. Be friendly again in written and spoken communication, right? When you write letters, when you type emails and so on there, you need to be careful. When you speak, again, when you communicate, either verbally or non-verbal. Remember we spoke about that in grade 11. So you need to be friendly there. Show what professionalism. Give clear information about the products and services. Clients must not be confused when you interact with them. Identify the needs and expectations of the clients correctly. Be very sensitive to cultural and social differences. Remember, we come across clients from international countries and so on, and also some domestical, and we all have different cultural and social backgrounds. So when you work in the tourism industry, in terms of communication, be sensitive to cultural and social differences. Identify possible and existing conflicts and find solutions quickly. Sometimes you don't have to wait for the manager. Remember those 6 steps to deal with customer complaints in grade 11. Above all, identify and use all opportunities to improve the service quality. Right. Then there are other requirements or inherent qualities required to work in the tourism sector. There are other personality. Remember, we are not the same. So when you work in the tourism industry, show friendliness, display a positive attitude. You should be someone who enjoys working with people. You should be a people's person. You should have dedication to quality and good service. You should be clean. You should be flexible, because remember, I said in the tourism industry, it is very demanding. The working hours are seasonal, and also you should be able to work under pressure and know how to interact with your tourists. Other behavioral or professional attitudes if you're going to be working in the tourism industry, remember a few of the following for the staff. Behave in an honest and ethical manner. Show personal integrity and respect there in the workplace. Know your position. Never criticize a co-worker or your boss in public. Remember, we said what? Professional what? Image. People are watching. Admit your mistakes when you are wrong. Be on time and always meet deadlines, which is one of my weaknesses. Time management. Be on time and always meet your deadlines. Be a good team player. Remember, alone you can't do it, but together we can. Above all, love your job and give the best, right? Those are all the things that I needed to discuss in terms of professional image for the staff and also for the tourism business. Before I conclude, let's just take a minute and just look at these few activities. Study the information below and answer the question. Service on track. The waitrons below are employed by Exquisite Rail Luxury Train Company in South Africa. And one of the conditions of employment is to portray what? A professional image at all times. Look at the staff. Neat, clean, well-dressed, well-groomed, and so on. Look at the way the guy is carrying the drinks. Look at the way the lady is carrying. In the picture, identify 2 ways in which the waitrons display what? Professionalism in the workplace for 4 marks. So you must analyze what? The picture. And so let's check the answers. Number 1, they are well-groomed. They are cleanly shaved. The hair is tied at the back. A neat and tidy dress code as prescribed. Formal dress code with a bow tie. They are smiling, indicating what? Friendliness with good eye contact. They both use a tray to serve the drinks and so on and so on. So that could be one of the questions, and this could be your expected answers. The second one, remember the first one was about what? The business, and it was about the staff. This is about what? The company. Read the following extract from the website of South African National Park. What we have here, we have a tourism business portraying what? Professional image. This is what? The website. A, book your trip. A, South African National Park. C, about us. D, conservation. And then the last one, socio-economic development. Choose an item from the extract that matches the description, right? Only. Identify the logo. Which one is the logo from the website? Obviously, it is the B there. The aim. What is the aim of the national park? It is the conservation. Remember, what are they protecting there? They are protecting the parks. Information about the park. If you want more information, which letter? It is going to be C, because there is what? Information about the park. Availability of accommodation, where it is going to be A there, because if you want to book what? Your trip. Simple. So the second activity is showing you how a company is portraying what? Professional image. Remember, I spoke about what? The website. There it is. Then this last activity, you can do it on your own. It is also about what? Professional image, but now the focus is on how a staff in terms of what? Check dress code, right? So I'm going to pause here for today. Please remember that Mr. Nkunyen was here, Babaga Ayabonga was here. We are done with our lesson. What have we learned today? I explained what we mean by professional image. I explained about what is an image. I also explained about the difference between professional image of a company and also professional image of a business. I then looked at the 9 factors that contribute to a professional image of a company and also the professional image of the staff. Then I moved to the activities. Please make sure that you prepare well for your papers. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from me. I will see you next time. Let's remember to practice social distancing. Bye-bye.